You scroll past it every day. The mirror costume challenge. 30 seconds of silence, but if you reach the 31st, the reflection starts first. People say it's editing. Others say it's an invitation. Whatever it is, don't finish it while you're alone.
The Mirror Costume Challenge, Ashwood, Ohio, wasn't the kind of place where things went viral. The town was slow, half-empty diners, polite neighbors, and mornings that smelled of rain and gasoline. That's why Logan Miller liked it. At 28, working nights as a freelance video editor, he thought of Ashwood as insulation from the noise of everything online. His apartment was small, filled with screens and cables, and the steady hum of fans. He spent nights trimming wedding footage and brand reels, drinking bad coffee and scrolling through TikTok when the render bar crawled too slow. He told himself it was for inspiration, but really it was for comfort. The rhythm of short clips kept him company. Then came the Mirror Costume Challenge. It started harmlessly, a Halloween trend where users wore costumes, stood in front of a full-length mirror at midnight, and recorded 30 seconds of silence. Hold still, the caption always read, "Let your reflection speak." The format was perfect, simple, creepy, and easy to copy. Logan watched a few. Some were funny, some artsy. Then the algorithm handed him one that didn't feel right. The username was at Hollow Glass. The clip showed a dim hallway, a tall gilded mirror, and a figure in a black cloak. The lighting was bad. The air looked heavy. For 15 seconds, nothing moved. Then, subtly, the reflection blinked before the person did. Logan replayed it, slowed it down. Frame by frame, the reflection's lips moved first. Its hand twitched before the real one. Then, at second 31, the reflection leaned forward as the screen cut to black. He laughed at first. Cheap editing, he thought. But deep down he felt that tiny vibration of wrongness. His job had taught him how to detect cuts, masks, and After Effects. This wasn't one. The shadows didn't match any known compositing trick. The lag came from something else. That night, his coworker Tyler messaged, "Dude, you saw the hollow glass video?" "Yeah. Fake, right?" "Then explain this." Tyler sent a clip himself trying the challenge. Recorded it at midnight. He texted, "No edits." In the video, Tyler stood in his bathroom mirror, wearing a cheap skeleton mask. Halfway through, his reflection stopped smiling, but he kept grinning. The mirror version just stared back, jaw slack. "Did you edit this?" Logan typed. "No, man, my kid saw it too. Said my reflection didn't want to play anymore." Logan blocked out the unease and went back to work. But every reflective surface's monitor, the dark glass of his TV felt thicker, like water instead of air. The next morning, #Mirror Costume Challenge was everywhere. Millions of views, reactions, parodies, warnings. Some joked, some cried. The phrase "don't finish if you're alone" started trending. Then the news hit. A college student in Indiana live-streamed herself finishing the challenge. The reflection stepped forward a fraction too far, her head turned, but the reflection didn't. Viewers said she screamed before the feed cut. Within hours, her account vanished. By Friday, Logan had given in. Curiosity had teeth. He borrowed a mirror from his landlord, a tall, vintage one, with carved golden vines. He set it up in his hallway, lights dim, phone on tripod. Midnight. "All right," he muttered, hitting record. "Let's prove this is bullshit." He stood still. The reflection matched. 30 seconds, 31. Nothing, he exhaled, smirking. Then, faintly, the reflection blinked twice. Logan didn't. He stared at the glass until his chest tightened. "It's just light," he said out loud, his voice small. He walked forward, hand out, then froze. The reflection smiled. Logan's own mouth stayed still. He stumbled back, knocking the phone down. The recording stopped. The house went silent. He didn't sleep that night. By Saturday morning, something in his apartment had changed. Every time he passed a reflective surface, there was a lag, a breath between his motion and his reflection. His reflection's eyes seemed hungrier. He tried filming it, but in playback, the lag wasn't there. The camera didn't see it. Only his eyes did. That's when the messages began. An anonymous DM from its swan.bones. "You watched it, didn't you? It doesn't want to copy you anymore. It wants to replace you. If it taps 3 times, don't answer." He deleted the chat, but the phrase burned in his head. Sunday afternoon, rain hammered Ashwood. Logan decided to visit Coldwater Lane, a street mentioned in the hollow glass comments before they were deleted. The house was old and gray, its porch sagging. A woman answered the door, mid-40s, pale, eyes hollow. "You came for the mirror," she said flatly. Her name was Maria. He'd owned a gilded mirror, once the same one in the viral clip. "It showed things ahead of time," she whispered. "Not reflections, predictions." She told him she'd thrown it out weeks ago, left it by the curb. A man had taken it the next day. Said he wanted to use it for a Halloween video. Logan's stomach dropped. That night, his reflection began to act before he did. He'd lift a cup, then see his reflection set it down first. He'd blink and see it watching. He'd look away and glimpse movement in the corner of his eye. The glass started breathing. Not fog. Actual rhythm, slow, quiet inhales. He tried covering every mirror. Blankets, aluminum foil, tape. But reflections live everywhere. Phone screens, windows, even eyes. He started to notice others acting strange. Tyler stopped coming to work. His text turned cryptic. It's learning faster. They're not mirrors anymore. They're doors. Then came the police bulletin. Do not attempt the mirror costume challenge. Report any delay in reflection or unexplained behavior. The world was starting to lag. 2 nights later, Logan woke to a sound like soft knuckles on glass. Tap, tap, tap. He froze. The sound came from the living room. He crept forward. The covered mirror was shaking. Something inside was knocking back. Slowly, the blanket slid down on its own. His reflection stood there smiling. It raised its hand and pressed its palm to the glass. Logan's body tensed, but he couldn't move. He watched his own face in the mirror open its mouth and whisper something that vibrated inside his skull like pressure. Then, without warning, the reflection tapped 3 times. Tap, tap, tap. The glass rippled like water. Logan's vision tunneled. His muscles pulled toward the mirror as if gravity had reversed. He tried to fight it, dug his nails into the wall, screamed, but his reflection smiled wider, fingers spreading. For a second, he felt his body stretch. His voice broke in half. Then black. He woke on the floor. The mirror was empty. His reflection was gone. At first, he thought he'd passed out. But when he stood, the glass stayed still. He moved his hand. Nothing moved back. Then, after a few seconds, his reflection appeared late. It stared, mimicked, smiled, and whispered, "Your turn." Over the next days, reports exploded. Mirrors across Ashwood began lagging. In kitchens, cars, storefronts, parents said their kids were out of sync. A local reporter went live, laughing off the rumors until her reflection kept talking after she stopped. The station cut the feed. TikTok removed the original challenge, but mirror copies kept spreading. Thousands of reposts, all slightly distorted, each with that same final second that made your reflection blink first. By Halloween night, Ashwood wasn't a town anymore. It was an echo. People covered mirrors, smashed windows, turned off screens, but that didn't help. Anything with a reflection could hold at glass, water, even another person's eyes. Logan tried to flee. He packed a bag, avoided mirrors, drove toward the highway. The night was pitch black, his windshield streaked with rain. Then, in the glare of lightning, he saw his reflection in the rear-view mirror, smiling back at him, delayed by half a second. He tore the mirror down, tossed it out the window, heart pounding. When he looked back at the road, something was standing there. A tall figure, soaked, cloaked in black. His face smiled first. The car swerved, screamed, silence. Days later, police found the vehicle empty. The windshield was cracked from the inside. In the passenger seat, officers found Logan's phone still recording. The final frame showed his reflection stepping out of the shattered rearview mirror, slow and steady, into the rain. The screen cut to black. Then, faintly, 3 soft taps. Tap, tap. Somewhere, a new TikTok account appeared. At Hollow Glass 2 caption, "Finish it."